I'm not going to edit that out. No. Okay, so I want to talk about DMT. Ditrythmethylene. I can't ever say the long 30-letter word. But I got a comment from a really religious person, and they told me that people have experienced heaven. They came back to life. Yeah, I have too. It's called DMT, and it's a hormone. Right before you die, you have a near-death experience. In your pituitary gland, you produce DMT right before death, which makes you see really weird shit. You know, have you ever heard that phrase, my whole life flashed before my eyes? Your whole life doesn't flash before your eyes. It can, if that's what you think about the most. If you think about heaven the most, you're going to imagine heaven when you die, when you so quote-unquote die. But you're really having a near-death experience. I've had this 5 fucking times. I have died near-death experience 5 times. And each time was different. One of the times, which was most recent, I saw 2 spirits. But I know that those 2 spirits, which I'm going to get a lot of shit from saying this, were not angels. They were just hallucinations. It's possible to get hallucinations. You know me, Christians? It's possible. Because there are things called brains, and we have them, and they produce things called hormones, which Christian people are just so funny. It's just like, I can't face my fears, so I'm going to look up to an imaginary man in the sky. And then Satanists are like, I feel evil inside, so I'm going to look to the devil. And I'm just not going to like God. How about you just be a person? You can be weird. You can have weird thoughts. You can be strange. You can be fucked up. But just say, I'm a person. I don't see why people have to label themselves, why they need meaning so much. Why can't they just say, I'm a person? I am a person. I see a bunch of religious ass people, and when I say religious, I mean Satan and God. Both of them. Both. And I see them yelling at each other. I see them fighting. And I just think, why? Why? What do you get out of this? What's the point? What are you winning? Telling someone that, well, this book says that man is real. Well, so they already don't believe in it, so why the fuck are you telling them? What good are you doing? You're not going to change their mind. Listen to how they think. If you don't agree with it, don't say anything. They will listen to how you think, and they don't say anything. Win! You guys both heard each other's perspectives, and you let it be. You can still be friends, just ignore the religious beliefs, but people are so weird about it. And then I've heard so many people say, well, there was this girl who drew Jesus and all this stuff, and she wasn't Christian or at all. She was just born and she was drawing all these pictures. I do believe in, and I don't like calling it starseeds, people who have had past lives. I do believe in that. Because if a little girl can be born drawing pictures of Jesus, and maybe there is, maybe there isn't, I don't fucking know. You don't know. You're a Christian. You don't know if it happened. You don't. Because you weren't there. You never saw it. There's no proof. There's just a book that someone fucking wrote. Someone fucking wrote a book that said this exists. And then a bunch of people read it and said, this makes sense. Because I can read this and interpret it in my own way. The way I want to interpret it in my own head. I read the Bible. I see how people interpret shit in their own way. You can read one thing and a person will interpret it their own way, and another person will interpret the same thing in a different way. People are like that. Everyone thinks differently. We just need to accept how we think. We need to accept how you think. We need to accept how you think. And just get along. Just get the fuck along. Imagine that. Getting along. Wow. That was hard. Oh. People have always questioned where we come from, and why we do the things we do, and why we were made, and why. We don't know why. Until we find out a logical explanation. Then, everything can be done by CGI now. Everything can be done by replication. You never know if something's real. They could dig up a religious fossil, like of a monster, and it can be fake, and you would never know. You would never know these things, because everything looks so real nowadays. It's just impossible to tell. So who knows what's real anymore? And who really cares? Just be people. Be nice to people. And don't let religion get in the way. No one needs religion. You don't. If you just stop thinking about where you came from, then you just be kind to other people, you won't care anymore. What's so wrong with that? What is so wrong with what I just said? I'll probably get some religious asshole saying, only God can save you. No. Only you can save yourself. Because God is you. The only person that God is you. Faith is you. That's all it is. It's just you're in your head using an imaginary psychiatrist, God, and telling you all your problems will go away if you become Christian. And then you are telling yourself that you're going to get through all this because God is by your side. But really, you're doing that all on your own. All on your own. It is you. You are doing that on your own. Why doesn't that pass through your small skull? Okay, bye.